Hey everyone, English Gamer 38 here, and we are back with more My Garage. And this is part 3 of the Junkyard Challenge. So, hopefully in this episode we'll get the car running and driving, and I'll be able to drive it home. Anyway, we need radiator hoses, air filter, and I'm thinking I might actually have to break the rules and go and get some air filters and whatnot from the garage, but not from the catalogue. It's on the shelves. So it's kind of breaking the rules, but kind of not, because I did get the parts from the junkyard originally. That's where I got all of my stockpile of parts from. Anyway, I bought this card just because I didn't want people to think I was cheating, because it's got a nice lower radiator hose on it. And I was just thinking, if I bought just the hose, then some might think I was cheating and just went and bought a good hose. So, as soon as I can remember where my wrench is, I've got an upper hose here as well, an old one. That'll work just to get us back to the garage. I've had a bit of a tidy up as well. It's rolled out of its pile. It should be over there. 2 wrenches here at the junkyard. I've got 2 wrenches and I can't find either one. I can't even remember what I was doing with it last. What is that in the boot? Oh, it's the exhaust. Sticking through the floor. Oh, here's one. Here's one I made earlier. Right, let's go pull this lower rad hose off. I don't know why the developer changed this, but originally you had a securing bolt at either end of the hose. So you had one radiator end and one water pump end. And again, one radiator end at the top here and one at the head end. But for some reason, developer decided to change that and only have the one. Where's the tick? There it is. I nearly pressed E again, so I've got to do that one up. Am I going to get that from down here? Yes. I did, while I was trying to find extra parts, have a play around with the tail lights. We've got working tail lights. I didn't use new bulbs. What I actually managed to do, for some reason you can't turn the lights on with a spanner in your hand. I just swapped the bulbs around in the clusters. I had no working tail lights, but the reverse light and the turn signal bulb this end seem to be good ones. So we should have 2. Yep, that was already a working headlight, and that one, I just went in the scrapyard and bought 3 bulbs. I don't actually know what they cost. Anyway, I better turn that off. I don't want to flatten the battery. Oh. I thought I'd knocked my spanner through the ground. Right, so I've got radiator hoses. I suppose I should actually put the coolant in, just so I don't forget. I'm going to have a look at the brake fluid as well, because I might top it up. But that's where I want to be. I don't want to duck, do I? Right. Fill it up. It does take a while with this coolant to fill it up. And again, I suppose it makes sense. You know, the old bottles are a lot smaller, so have less in, so it should take a lot less time to empty them. Yeah, I think I am going to break my, well, kind of break my rules and go and get a air filter box and lid from the garage. As I said, I did buy them originally from the junkyard, so it's sort of breaking the rules and sort of not breaking the rules. I'd call it a grey area. Right, next bottle. I don't need to duck, do I? I just need to lean. Because you'll ruin the engine if you try and drive it without an air filter, so I don't really want to do that. I'll just put this much work into it. I'm going to steal a few panels off of that car I bought as well. Because they're there, so why not? Besides, having doors missing is actually bugging me. What do I need? I need passenger door, which this one doesn't have either. And I need rear driver's side door. Why won't you get into the vehicle? Get in. If I want other doors, I can just go and get them from one of the junk cars in my collection in the barn. I don't remember what save slot they are in. You stop being a pain and just undo the freaking nut. Thank you. If I want to close the door, I'd be trying to close the door, not trying to get the nuts off. We've got good rear seat in this one. Don't have very good floors though. You know, we can see daylight through the floors. That's not a good thing. But I don't intend to fix it because I don't want to. Basically, I want to use keep this one as my jalopy lad. I've already got a jalopy coupe outside the garage, so I figured why not have a jalopy lad as well. So I'm just going to steal whatever parts I can from this one, and I might head back to the garage. Actually, I will head back to the garage and get that air filter. I've actually stuck another wiper blade on as well because it was on the car here, so you know, this car is offering it, so I'm taking it. Have we got a headlight on here? Because I could replace the broken one as well. That's not important. I can replace that later. That's it. I've got about 6 lads in storage. I don't actually know why, to be honest. And I have no idea what my cat has just knocked over. So if you're wondering what that was, it was my kitten knocking something over. Oh, I'll swap the rear windows as well if I can find my lever tool. Screwdriver, there it is. Because this one's a good window. Hasn't got a windscreen, so I can't. Why? What's wrong with that? I can't pick it up. It's glitched. I can't pick up. Okay, perhaps I won't then. Is that going to let me? Yeah. I have no idea what went wrong. What went wrong? Went wrong? Sound like Scooby-Doo. Roll. I will eventually put in replacement windows that are missing in the doors, but oh, we can actually see if it's going to start. It's not going to drive because I haven't got a shaft. We've got ignition. The gauge has moved. Got half a tank of gas in it because I filled it up. It's not going to do anything, is it? Because I don't think I put the start motor on it. Whoops. Nope. Silly person. Would it be cool if you could bump start the cars in this game? Right, so let's flip this block over. And oh, I didn't want to do that. Hopefully didn't get rid of the engine. What I want to do is that. Right. It's that one and that one. Right. And change direction. Fix that on. Fix the wire on. I'm now actually wondering if it is such a good idea to start it, as I do not have a thingy on it. Just like, air filter. Does this actually have a drive shaft on it? I can pinch. I can't see. Yes, it's here. Oh, I can just take it off. It wasn't bolted to anything. I'm surprised it didn't fall off. Right, so let's just take a trip back to the garage then. And I will get the air filter stuff. Yeah, all of this here is all stuff I bought from the junkyard anyway. So, but typically when you want it, you can never find it. So, I'm going to take it. And don't ask me why I put the air filter boxes all the way over there and then the air filters all the way over here. Because I don't know. I just did. Right. Back to the junkyard. So we've got that. Where's my shaft gone? Oh, it's under the car. I thought I'd lost it for a second there. Chuck all that out. So I'm going to get a jack. Hopefully, just jacking the car up one side should give me enough space to get under there and get the drive shaft in. And then hopefully we can go for a drive. I hope. Right. Okay, so where did that go? Is it not going to let me do it because of that diff? Is that diff too badly damaged? Because it's... the drive shaft is fine, it just doesn't want to go on. I've got a funny feeling that might be the issue. And our other lad there doesn't have a diff. I was hoping I could just leave this one on and, you know, use it, but I just undone something and I'm not sure if it was the pumpkin bolt. No, it wasn't. Whoops. That was something we did not want undone. Did I get that one? So, is it an upper bolt on? Yeah, it is. It's that one. Yeah, that one might be too badly broken. Have we got one lying around, or should I refresh the junkyard? We haven't got any laying around. What we got hiding under the coupe? Anything I can steal? We have, but that's not a good one either. No, I'd rather not chance it. Let's give the junkyard a chance. We'll refresh it. I just want to quick save though. Don't know why I threw the wrench down, to be honest, because I still need it. Quick save, that takes forever. Come on, there we go. Let's just pick the wrench back up. Dipstick. I didn't refresh, did I? There we go. Right. Try again. I bet Just because that is something I'm wanting, the last piece I want, I'm not going to find it. I don't even think I've got one over here in the pile anymore. Nope. A knackered one. I want a knackered one. I want a good one. Yeah, I've got good motorcycle seat there. I will take that. Going in, we have nothing on that one. That one's not going to fit. And that one is another dead one. For Pete's sake. It's the last component I need. What's this over here? Oh, really? This game has got it in for me at the minute, hasn't it? Right. I'm going to find one. I will find one. We'll try again. Sure, this has taken a lot longer to load the junkyard than it usually does. What are those? RL6 valve train, I don't need that. I mean i6. I don't know why, but I always call it i4 and then the i6, an L4 and an L6, and I don't know why. It's not an L, it's an I. I know it's an I. You know, because it stands for inline, but I still call it an L. Please be one on here. Please. No. Still raining here. It's been raining for the last couple of days. Go. Always get that lag spike as the cars load in. I don't know why. Always done it for me. I've just gotten used to it by now. Another dead thingy. Pumpkin. Forgotten what it was called for a moment there. Okay, so we've got a very bent up coupe here with another bad pumpkin. The game knows that I'm looking for it. So the cars either have none or they're a dead one. Oh, what's this? The only good one is for a Chad Barton F100. You meanie game. What's that for? Oh, it's a windshield for a lad. You know what? Because it's here, I'll have that. Don't want to get bugs in my face when I eventually get to drive it. If I get to drive it. I don't want to, you know, cheat and get another one from the garage. I think I've cheated enough with the air filter. As you can see, I've refreshed the junkyard how many times now? 4, 5 times? Not one air filter box or air filter. Hence why I went and got it. But usually you do find pumpkins. When I didn't need a pumpkin, I found loads. But now I need one, I'm not finding them. That was another one for a Chad Barton and F100, which I don't need. It's a lad coupe drive shaft. I'm not really sure why the drive shafts are different, because the cars use the same axle, same differential or pumpkin. I actually have no idea why they call like in English, why they are called a pumpkin. They don't look like a pumpkin to me. I've always called them a differential. Ooh, I'd like to know. I'm just curious to know why they call them a pumpkin. Where that originates from. Is that just an American term, maybe? Because they're big and round. Maybe that's why they call them a pumpkin. If I don't find one this time, I'll go and open up the storage with all my other lads in and see if I can find one on one of those. And that won't be cheating as much, because I'll be salvaging. A couple of wheel spaces here. I want to see how many sort of different variations of vehicles I can make, so pain in the ass. Well, that'll save any possibility of leaks, so as it appeared I might as well buy it and put it on. Right, Niv. You've got one, right? You have, but guess what? Another bad one. Right, you know what, I give up. I give up. I'm going back to the garage. I'll show you my secret stash of lads. Might lag, well I know it's going to lag the game, it's going to drop the FPS. I've had a bit of a sort out of the parts for this F100 as well. No problem is I can't remember what I need. I don't need the axle, I've just got the axle out here because it's got the hubs on that I need for this one. And that hasn't got any at all. Oh, I need a whole interior for this. I'm glad I looked at that now. Right, I think that's the one where all my lads are in. Bottom row, brown key. Which would be what I call slot 8. I do believe they're actually considered save slots, so I suppose you could call it lockup 8. Excuse me. It is possible to expand the garage. Yeah, no, I've already done that one. Not that I really need a garage that big, but it's just nice to have the extra space and the extra lift. There we go. So, let's just have a look under all of these and see if we've got one. No. No, because we haven't got an axle. No axle. No axle. This has got an axle. And no pumpkin. Right, that's it. I need a steering column for that F100, don't I? I need a whole interior, actually. I do have a dash. Right, remember which save slot it's in. I think it's the last save slot. I've got a few F100s in for projects. I've just realised the developers added more different differentials for each car. 4.6 locked. I thought it was only I thought the biggest was 3.8 at one point. Or 3 to 8, whatever it is a ratio, isn't it? Okie dokie, we have one. After all that. Now, where was I standing when I teleported? Because that's where my wrench would have dropped. Here it is. Grab the diff. Pop the div in. The diff in. I don't know why I called it a div. Perhaps I shouldn't be recording this at night. Right, round this side to get... Now I've got that one, so it's one further up. There we go, that's all in. Now we'll see if the drive shaft is going to play ball, shall we? No, why won't that drive shaft go on? Oh, it's just... I tried to do up a nut there, thinking it was loose on the transmission, and magic, the drive shaft went into place. Can I find that one? Yes. Sometimes if you're lucky, you can sort of poke around and... Why won't that one do up? Why? Am I in the car? No. Right. Just trying to get to that mount for that drive shaft. Right, so if I zoom out, stand up, that's it. Right, get in the car. Get in the car. Now, hopefully, I am tightening, aren't I? Yeah. So these 3 bolts have magically tightened themselves up. I'm not going to question it. I'm just going to close the door and take the jack out and pretend like everything is okay. Just realised the jack moved because this was underneath, or the car moved. One of them moved. Because that's not where I left it. Right. Wrench, filter box. A 1 and a 2. One of these and one of these. Oh yes, I bought another hose for that, didn't I? I bought a better one. Take that one off. I've just realised because I've taken that off, yeah, all the coolant would have fallen out of it now. That's not the hose. That's the hose. That's where I find it's the wrong one. Oh no, it is the correct one. Right. Doesn't matter because I've got coolant. Up there, we've got coolant in it. We have actually still got coolant in there, so I'm going to leave it. However, just in case, I'll chuck one of these in the car. Right. Going to get rid of these out of the way because these are dead bulbs. So the challenge was kind of a success in that I've actually got the car built well, apart from the air filter and the diff, I did actually get most of the parts straight from the junkyard. It's another blown bulb. Those junk parts can stay there, I'll sort those out another day. Windshields, I've got most windows. I haven't got a radio, and I don't think this one's got one in it. No. Just out of curiosity, does anything in here have one? Oh, actually, while I'm here, so that's got a good battery in, but without leads connected to it, you can't get it off. I'm not sure if that's a good steering column or not. it is, yeah. That one's a bad one, so we haven't got a good steering column. That one's got a stereo in it. Right, I'm going to steal that stereo and steal that steering column. So I need that for the column, that for the radio. It is very tricky trying to find the bolts for the steering column, so I might not. I've just undone the bolts for the I can't find the bolts for the steering column. That's the pedal box. Automatic pedal box, I think. No. Just undid something. You know what? Forget about it. Let's just go and pinch the radio out of this, and this is where I put it in the car, then find it don't work. $1. Well, if it doesn't work, I'm not going to worry about it because it's only $1. I've got a few at the garage that do work. They've been all been tested. Oh yeah, that one's still in there. See, you've got no buttons. I do need another dash panel as well because the hazards don't work. But the cluster panel works, which is good. Need that. Whoop. Just chucking the mouse everywhere. All because I had an itch, believe it or not. Oh! Bugger, I can't go anywhere because I've forgotten the gear stick. It doesn't work. So that radio can come out as well. I just wasted me $1. A gear stick, that's what I want. Oh, I ain't got one. Oh, gear stick is a screwdriver, isn't it? That's the wrong style. Have we got one in this one? Oh. No. Have you got one? Yes. Undo the... Don't know why I wouldn't undo the screw. It's stuck on that bloody... What do you call it? What do you call it now? Texture, that's it. One screw and a two screw, right. Fingers crossed that we can drive this piece of poop home. It's loud for some reason. it's loud.